Well, hey everyone, and welcome. I'm your friend Art of Mana, and I am joined today by a couple of fantastic people. We've got TotalSketch and Rage Paint Games. Welcome to Isle Mana Live. We are live on Isla, what is it?
Sorna.
Isla Sorna, of course, Isla Sorna. I kept thinking off the coast of Isla Nublar or whatever. I can't remember. We've got Jurassic Park fans in the house. That's what we're saying. So this is Isle Mana live on tour. Welcome on in to everyone who's here in the chat. Look, we've got Let's J's, Namus, TotalSketch. We've got Boy George 1980, aka Jenna. We've got Harem. We've got Carter Bailing. We've got Chronolock. Welcome to the show, everyone. We've got a great one for you. And it's good to be back with some Isle Mana Live. As you probably recall, it's been a while since we've done this, but as you may recall, if you've hung out with us before, with Isle Mana Live, we're gonna have 2 hours getting to really know the guests here, and we're gonna break it up into 2-hour halves. However, because the first major part of this stream is actually going to be touring this incredibly awesome island in Animal Crossing that was made. That's going to be the bulk of it. We're going to kind of flex things and see how we go. But do also please get your questions in the chat when I mention it. We'll be sure to get your questions out there and field them to our guests. Oh, and we've been rated by Memory Martin. How convenient
Thanks
is
for
that?
raiding Art of Mana.
Yay! Hi, Martin.
Welcome on in. But I should probably not take up any more time without giving you the floor. Can you please introduce yourselves?
Yeah, hi. I'm Sina, or otherwise known as TotalSketch on Twitch, and this is my hubby.
Hi, I'm Maui. Usually you'll see me as ragepaintgames.
Hello, hello. And so you guys kind of like Animal Crossing, huh?
Oh yeah, big time. We spent a lot of time on Animal Crossing. It's funny you mentioned Nublar because that was our first island, but we ended up making that instead of Jurassic Park, we turned it into our trip to Japan because of COVID. We couldn't go, and although I had originally decided to make Jurassic Park on that island, we decided it was much more appropriate to try and make our Japan trip that we couldn't go to and still spend that quality time we were really looking to do with one another. And then we made Isla Sorna because that's the second island in Jurassic Park. If you're as nerdy as I am, then you know that's where that name came in. And it is our second Animal Crossing island, and it actually is mostly based off the first movie, but you'll see that soon.
Awesome. Oh, I can't wait. Yes, I'm here. Look, this is my outfit here. Even though I am on tour, even though I am going to be going through some dino infested lands, I still got to look sharp. So there's my little green bow tie, my orange sports coat and all that good stuff. And I think we've got some fans of Jurassic Park. They're mentioning it in the chat. So this is awesome. So we are also, just for a brief moment, in emote only mode because Namu's always redeeming that emote only. Okay, well, so I'm here. I'm kind of ready. Unless you have anything else you want to say now before we dive into this awesome island.
No, feel free. Come on out.
Okay. All right. Here we're gonna do a screen change here when I walk out here as well. So all right. Okay. Here we are. And we're gonna. Oh, yeah, maybe not. I'm a little. Maybe I could maybe the. Yeah, but there's dinosaurs. I'm a little. Okay. All right. Let's do it. All right. So here we are. The full thing. We're gonna get the audio and. I mean, it's not so scary all of a sudden because I'm hearing just some nice island sounds. Okay, doesn't seem so bad. Hi, how are you doing? Spare no expense. Yes, yes, that is fantastic. Oh man. Oh, that's awesome. All right, I'm walking up. I'm gonna just kind of. Oh, what is this? The gift shop?
Yep. We always as you probably recall from the first island, we always make a gift shop. I know you came all dressed up spiffy, but if you wanted to, we have an explorer outfit or a tourist outfit to choose from.
That is so cool. Okay. So I think
Or you can stay in your fancy suit. That's up to you.
you know, I will just say that I probably would be a little bit I would want to be like the guy that is the park ranger, but I'm probably more like the lawyer. I think if I were to die to a dino, it probably would be on a toilet. So I think if I'm honest, let's go with this right here. I like this. I like this little combo. We're gonna tour in this combo. I'll keep the hat though. All right, so let's do that. And shirt with camera. Wear. Traveler's backpack. Where? All right, I am so ready for this. I love it. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I should follow you.
Oh, okay, okay.
Let you explore.
Ooh, ooh. So what is this whole Jurassic Park thing, anyways? I mean, surely you don't have real dinos here, right? I mean, was it just animatronics or what's the science lab here? Looks like some amber. Wait, amber. Oh my gosh! Wait, did you make that custom computer screen?
Yeah.
No, wait, it's the Velociraptor. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
This Velociraptor on the ground, though, I actually didn't make, which I was thankful for. It saved me some time.
Yeah, nice. Oh
I
my
definitely
gosh.
made quite a few custom textures for this island, though, myself, because I couldn't find it.
This is amazing. Oh my gosh, all these little movie nods. Like that's the computer that they were. Well, I mean, let's be fair. Their computer was not this nice.
No, I was kind of wishing that Animal Crossing had an older version of the computer instead of this nice flat screen desktop.
Right.
But I couldn't find one of those either, so I opted in for this one.
Yeah, this is the like flat screen hyper modern Jurassic Park remake. That's what this is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the second island. They got some upgrades. It's
Yeah,
so good.
exactly. That is funny. No, I totally, as soon as I saw it, I was like, are you kidding me? This is amazing. What a really great little attention to detail there. I love it. Absolutely love it. And then, yes, and then of course we've got the amber and the fossils and everything. Oh, this is so incredible. Wow. What do you think, everybody? Are you as blown away as I am? All right. And we got the microscope. Man, awesome. Okay. Loving this. And the little campsite. That's great. A little luggage. I gotta say, I love the weeds on the beach, too. That's a nice touch. Definitely liking this. And look, we've got one of those, whatever they are.
The horseshoe crabs.
Yeah. Oh, man. Ooh. This is so nice. Yeah, I mean, we are talking about a really high level of detail here. This is incredible. Wow. Oh,
Yeah,
and then,
I definitely wanted...
is this one of your scientists, Raymond?
Yes, he is. He was our very first campsite villager, aka scientist, on the island.
Nice. And I get a fabulous island getaway on Isla Sorna. Perfect. Oh, yeah. I'm so ready for this. Oh, my gosh. Okay. This is awesome. Oh, man. Okay. So where should I go? Like, should I go up next? Up here?
Yep.
Okay.
You can take this stone path.
Hello, Nerd Holly. Okay. So, and just a reminder, I probably won't be paying as much attention to chat during this until we get to the sections where we're taking questions. But here we go. We're going up here. But please talk amongst yourselves and please shout out how awesome this is. I love this little trail. So lush. That bamboo and the coconut, along with the deciduous trees, looks really good. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay. Oh boy. I feel like is this our first lookout? We've already got
Yep.
we already got some wildlife here. We'll take a look here. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. You know what? There's a way to shut off the mini map, isn't there?
Is there?
I think that I don't know. We'll
I'm
we'll
not
ignore
sure.
it. I couldn't remember, but this is so cool. Okay. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Yes. I'm in awe. This is so great. Wow. Okay. Here we are.
They do move in herds.
All right, so this is the I mean, I feel like with this music we need to actually we're going to just turn that one down and there we go. That's just-
Beautiful.
yeah. Oh man. This is Oh, I love this bridge too. That's a nice little area. That's super nice with the waterfalls. Oh, and you've got some of the little flick statues here, like that dragonfly. That's nice.
Yeah, I've hidden quite a few insects throughout the island.
Oh, apparently I can. Ah, there we go. Mini map. We're gonna do always off. Did I just do it? Sweet. Mini map off. Okay. So now we won't have that pop up just to have a little more. Oh my gosh. I got to take a picture of this too. I'm like sightseeing. I got my camera. All right. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is very, very, very impressive. Oh man, look at this. A little fossil right there coming down the tree. Ah. Oh, no way. This is the best. Look at this. Oh, I see Wooby's here. Why am I waiting for a dinosaur to jump out and scare me? Yep, Wooby, isn't this incredible? Wooby, an Animal Crossing fan and friend. How you doing? Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
So the house isn't really decorated, but if
Okay.
you wanted, you could take a sneak peek or just skip it. Honestly, it would be fine to skip.
All right, well, you know what? I'll just skip it then. That's fine.
I spent so much time on the island that I didn't do much in my house.
Yep, nope, that's fine. It can come later. You could put a T-Rex in the middle of it. It could be like the Jurassic Park scene there. Okay, and we got the museum. I love how the museum looks here. Having these waterfalls. Whoa! What are these little decorations? That's impressive. Which car are you taking? Yes! Yes! Oh, man, that's so awesome. Okay. Oh, man. This is too cool. There we go.
Those flowers are from the wedding, I think. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
really remember, but the banners are from the festival.
Oh, man. When dinosaurs ruled the earth. Oh, my gosh. Ooh, can you do it again?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. All right, I'm going to get a picture, like, legit here. There we go. I'm going to get, like, right over here. Actually, I'll get a little closer. There we go. Maybe over here. And then... Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome. Dash says, when dinosaurs ruled the earth. Oh, man. This is the coolest. I love it. Oh, and you even have this little entrance here. Oh, this is so good. Okay. So I'm going to go this way. Do we take the tour? Is that what we're supposed to do, Mr. Grant?
Yeah. You can also see, I just have a little shopping area here too.
And a little
Not really
seagull.
related to Jurassic Park, but
But you gotta have it, right? You know?
yeah, gotta put it somewhere.
I like it, actually. You know what? I actually really like it there on the beach like that. Kind of the way you've put the little boardwalk area. Yeah.
Should we
Actually,
give
that's
Sean?
a really good spot
Yeah.
for it. Chrono says this is really amazing. Oh my gosh. Memory Martin says, yes, Sketch told me she's basically been doing the exterior nonstop. Oh, little trash can right there. Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Oh, man. I love that you've got the little rail for the cars or
Yeah,
the
that was one
Ford
of
Explorers.
the textures I had to make, and it was extremely hard with the tire
Yeah.
impressions in the dirt.
Oh, I bet. To make it like continuously line up, right? Like a repeating pattern.
Yeah, and when I got to corners, those were extremely painful on the diagonal.
Oh gosh.
So,
It turned out great. Wow, look at that. Here's a fun fact, a fun little mana fact for you. My parents bought a Ford Explorer pretty much kind of around the time that they came out, shortly thereafter. And it was around the time, like this movie came out. And I was so proud to be driving in a Ford Explorer because I was like, Jurassic Park, it's a Jurassic Park car. Anyway.
one of my dreams is to get a Jeep and paint it like the Jurassic Park car.
Nice.
That's like my
Nice.
dream vehicle.
I like it. Oh, this is so good. Okay. Yep, so we already looked up there, kind of look up here. I just love the areas that you've created. They're so lush and oh man, it just fits the game so well. And actually, yeah, I didn't think about this, but having weeds on the beach is really pretty.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they
I
don't
had
normally
to
grow
tell
there.
No, the shadows of birds on the ground.
Oh,
Oh,
the
yeah.
shadows. Oh, shadows of birds too. Yeah, yeah, I love that. The shadows of birds, which is a custom texture, and then yeah, and the weeds here, and then yeah.
And this is kelp that I placed on the ground too to
Love
make
it.
it look like it got washed up.
Yep. This is an island. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. Apparently, Pixel Knight says they are releasing Jurassic Park Transformers. Ooh. Uh-oh. Here's the raptor cages. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love that sign. I like the sign for the docks, Dash says too. Did I miss that? I might have. I've been looking at so many other things here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the docks. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh man. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go in the the raptor pen. Holy guacamole! This is so good. You have raptors on this island? Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm getting the full tour here. I love this. You bred raptors? Dash said. This is so good. This is so good. This is amazing. Wow. Those walls work so well for that. I love it. And is this... Okay, that's good. It's walled off. I was worried that might be a safety hazard.
This is like the...
Oh! It took me a second. I was like... I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. Wow!
Yeah, this is like the cage where they bring in the raptors and the guy accidentally gets pulled in.
one of the scariest scenes. Like what? That was the opening of the movie, I think, right?
Yes.
You're like,
it
you're
was.
in for a good one, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, that's great. Dash says, shooter! Shooter!
Funny story is my mother, when I was younger and we were watching this movie, she would always cover my eyes for that part of the movie.
Yeah,
But the rest of the movie she let me watch. But that part specifically.
It's a bit much.
Close my eyes.
It's a bit much. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Wow. Okay, we're continuing. Are there gonna be actual dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour? Clever girl. Yes. Oh, Muldoon, right? Was that Muldoon?
Yeah, I think that was right.
Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh, that spider. That's creepy. That's something that's Jurassic right there. Oh my gosh. Sudanova, welcome on in. How are you doing? Nova, what is up? Oh my gosh. Oh, 10,000 volts. Oh no! Oh, it's the goat! Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh no! Your poor goat! Oh no! Oh man. Oh, that is... That's amazing. Poor Sheb. Oh no. Okay, that's
By the way,
amazing.
that's the part I always have to prep because I have to trap him in there.
Oh. Oh.
Sadly, I tested
You are
whether or
among
not
friends.
he would remain
Thank you for
trapped in the
following
DA,
our
and it
mana.
did not appear to work. So
Oh.
we'll have to come up with something else for the DA.
Gotcha.
But,
Oh my gosh.
I really wanted this to strike people where it
Yeah.
hurts.
Yes.
I'm like, no, Sherb.
That's amazing.
Why?
That is so amazing. Oh man. And thank you, Pseudo Nova. Thank you so much. Just here checking out my sister's island feature. Well, thank you for that follow and thank you for coming. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh man. Okay. All right. Looks like the end of the road here.
Yep,
But
we gotta go off-road.
Gotta go off-road into the trees. Something went down here. Yeah, something went down here, huh? Now, did you? Oh gosh, I've got, I gotta write my own question down. By the way, and Dash Memory Martin, if you wouldn't mind, if there are any questions that happen to come up in chat, please, if you could help me by jotting them down and throwing them in our leadership Discord for me to be able to return back to. I sure would love that. There we go. And I've got one right here, so perfect. I just put one down. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Okay. Oh, it's the T-Rex. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And thank you, Mary Martin. Mary Martin's on it, too, with the at-me's perfect. Oh, this looks so good. Oh, my goodness. I just want to breathe here for a moment. That's right, isn't that how it works? This was always my favorite. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, it's the dung! It's the dung! Dino droppings. Yes, Sattler. Oh my gosh. Oh, there is just pure joy and glee on my face. This is phenomenal. Oh, oh, it's a spitter. Dilophosaurus. And Flick. Oh, and it's the shaving cream can. Barbasol. Which I gotta say, hey, Nedry. Barbasol, I used it for many, many years, and it was because of this movie. I'm not gonna lie. All the mud here. Oh my gosh. And there's the Jeep. Oh, this is incredible. Oh, wow.
Get the stick, boy. Get the stick.
Get the stick. Yes. Oh, that's the stick. I get it now. That's what you're carrying. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, man. Barbasol is actually pretty great, Memory Martin. Not sponsored, but yeah. Then I started using the aloe, one with aloe. That was good. The green can. Yeah. I might go back to it, to be honest. Oh, man. I like Flick is totally into this, too. And what are these little shrubs here? Those are nice.
I believe that one is the azalea one.
Okay,
A
gotcha.
mix of 3 different ones on the island.
Nice. That's the one you used. Nice. All right. Oh, this is great. Okay. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh
What happened to
no.
the goat?
Oh, what happened to the goat? Indeed. Um. 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 Oh boy. Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Wait! Its movement is based, or its eyesight is based on movement. Oh, what? It does that? I didn't
Yeah,
even
it
know that it
moves.
did that. That's amazing. And then we got the toilet's blood-sucking lawyer. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No. Oh, it's over! The humanity! I did not know that the fossils have animation, but that's amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna stay in here. I'm gonna stay in here where it's safe. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Look at that. Look at that. I did not know that was a thing. I think that's Janiro. I think this is too. Oh no. Oh my gosh. This is phenomenal. And there's tracks. Wow. Oh, this is so cool.
So across the way is the car that gets stuck in the tree. And if you want to
Yes.
take a picture of yourself inside of it, the best spot is actually to stand on this T-Rex print and start your camera up and then run all the way over there.
Ah, perfect. Okay, gotcha. So I'm gonna do this. I like this. We're definitely doing that. Oh wait, I gotta go this way, I guess. And
You just like walk gently past that mound and it'll let you go. Can't run gently.
oh, that's awesome. Do you want to
And
get
then,
in the picture and kind of be looking distressed or something?
sure, let me change into Grant. Come save you. Stay put.
Which car are you taking? Oh. Oh my gosh.
Maybe I should go over here.
Or maybe you could even just be in the foreground. Yeah, look, be in the foreground like that. Perfect. Oh, this is so great. Yes. Ooh, can you do that one more time?
Yeah.
Please and thank you. Yeah, there we go. I think I got it that time. Oh, so good. Okay. And there we go. I love that. That's so clever. Oh my gosh. I suppose we probably should have mentioned spoilers if you haven't seen Jurassic Park. My
Yeah, I guess
goodness.
so.
I mean, this is
Just about watch the whole movie with us, guys.
pretty much, yeah. This is, in fact, you know what? You're making me want to go back and watch the movie, but I also feel like I don't really need to because I'm getting it all here. Hi, Flick. It's dangerous here. You might want to go somewhere else. Oh man.
So if you look on the right,
Oh yes, we're in the treetops. This is
don't
such
worry,
a beautiful
it's just a big
scene.
cow.
Oh. Da na na. Na na na. Da na 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 na. Oh, so great. Oh, this is so good. Mm. Okay.
Looks like a giant bird cage.
Oh. That is awesome. Oh my goodness. Quick! Escape! 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 Oh my gosh. Yes! How in the world life finds a way. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Oh my gosh. Life finds a way. All right, Ian. Jeff Goldblum will forever be known as Ian Malcolm in my mind. He's Ian
Right?
Malcolm first, Jeff Goldblum second. Oh, man. Carter says, so that's where all my Easter eggs went. Now you're just egging us on, Kronos says. Kenzie, hello. Kenzie, isn't this incredible? Kenzie May, welcome on in. So glad you're enjoying this stream. Oh, this is phenomenal. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I see a plane in flames. That does not look good.
Uh-oh, that was our ride out of here.
Oh, no. No. Oh, no. Oh, these are scary. Look at these raptors. Oh, my gosh. We gotta... Oh, when dinos ruled the earth. Oh, spared no expense. This is awesome. Oh, that is so good. No, are those panels? Those are just custom panels.
Yeah, I just custom painted that and put them on the ground.
Oh my goodness. And the best quote, we actually, I was actually talking with family about this quote just before, just this morning, after the stream this morning. And it is, yes, but when the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists. Oh man, that is so good. I love it. All right, I'm going to take a picture here. Yes, this is amazing. Okay. And there's an SOS in the sand, too.
Yeah.
Oh, and the little skid marks and everything. Oh, that is so good. So good. I'm in awe. This is fantastic. All right.
The trees are also cut down.
Yeah, the trees are cut down where the plane crashed.
Oh,
You can see where it like cut them off.
nice. That's a good touch. I see. I didn't catch that at first. And then you've got the tops of them there on the as a little custom job there. That is so cool. Oh man. Oh, that is so cool. Oh right. Well, so now we exit. Is that what we got to do?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go through and see where we end up. I'm gonna. Oh, I see where you hit it. Oh, and then we've got the Jurassic Park flag. Yes. Oh my goodness.
So this brings you right back to the beginning. So now you can, because I realized my island's so linear that it would take forever for someone to come back to the beginning.
Yeah.
So I put in the pipe and tried to hide it carefully.
Okay. Yeah. That is absolutely phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal. Now, do you mind if I cut back to our faces?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna cut back to that. And oh my gosh, so you just talked about it. You mentioned that it is a linear island. So my first question, we're gonna do some Q&A here, everybody, about this island. Okay, so get your questions in the chat. We're gonna take a half hour here, and we're just gonna discuss this. We can maybe revisit some areas if we feel like it, but we're gonna talk about this island here. My first question for you is this. Obviously, with an island like this where you are telling a story, did you plan everything out on paper first? Did you like graph it or map it out? Or what did you do to prepare so that you could fit everything in the island in like a sequential order?
So first I wrote down what main parts of the movie did I really want to try and convey? What were my, favorite parts, or the parts that I thought I could actually make in Animal Crossing? And then I flattened my whole island and then started to test stuff and see, is this actually viable? Will it actually look the way I'm intending it to look? So for a while, my island was just like a bunch of random items placed everywhere where I
Okay.
was testing different features. And then afterwards, I started to terraform and kind of build the island up and take it one step at a time. So really, I built the entrance, the raptor area, the place for the goat, the triceratops, and then the T-Rex, and I put those out like right away almost, because those are the things I had really tested out thoroughly. And then I saw how much space I had left, and I was like, I really want to get the pterodactyls in there. I really want to get the car in the tree and the brachiosaurus. And I was like, how am I going to fit this last part in with the space that was left?
Yeah.
And I just kind of just started doing it. That's the best way. I just started like trial and erroring it until I fit it just right so that I could get it all in. And I actually kind of like that the beginning of the island feels very spaced out. You're not seeing dinosaurs right away or very quickly, but then as you get further and further along the island, you're seeing more and more and more dinosaurs, and it almost feels rushed at the end. And I wanted it to feel that way because you're more and more in danger in the movie.
Right, right. The pacing, it's like, oh, there's another thing here now. Now we have the pterodactyls. Now we have the raptors, and then yeah, the finale. Yeah,
Yeah, so I
yeah,
almost wanted to make it feel like you were running away in a way, even though you could totally take your time. They're just bones.
yeah, yeah. But they move, and I did not actually know that before. I'll be perfectly honest. I did not know that.
I
That
didn't
Yeah.
is
know that either.
amazing.
Some of the heads will move. So like even the Triceratops head will move if you touch it. And not all of them will though. So you have
Hmm.
to just play around with
That's
them.
so cool. Well, I am absolutely astounded. Here's another great question. This one's from Carter Balian. He asks, "How long did this island take?"
It's a great question. So my first island, the Japan island, it took Maui and I together over 600 hours. This island took me over 600 hours, and I did this one by myself.
Wow.
So it was very
Wow.
painful.
Yeah.
Long process. To be
Wow.
honest, the dinosaurs were not the thing that took me the longest. It was actually planting all the trees and the bushes and the flowers that actually took me forever to do, and growing all of that stuff and figuring out what size, because the trees and stuff can all have different sizes. So planting the tree, seeing it grow, debating on whether or not to let it grow to the fullest
Yeah.
or not was definitely a project all on its own.
Yeah, how did you even make that decision? Because obviously there are a lot of different shrubs and trees and flowers to choose from. And were you kind of inspired by what you saw in the movie? Did you just kind of go with what looked good? Were you cognizant of different layers that you were trying to get things to, like different heights?
Yeah, it was. I wanted the island to feel very tropical. So I actually planted a bunch of different flowers and then tried to figure out, okay, which one of these look the most tropical. And then I tried to stick to a color palette. Like I only have red, white, yellow, and pink flowers on the island. Oh, and orange as well.
I like that actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I picked the flowers that I think are the cutest in those colors, basically.
Yeah.
And for the trees to make like deciding what size they should be really depended on like, can they block stuff? So I never wanted you to be able to see something that you weren't supposed to see until you got there. So there was a lot of planning of like terraforming and putting trees to block you from seeing stuff. Because
Gotcha.
actually a lot of things you could see, like on the bridge that goes diagonally over the water. Once you get past that, you could have seen the T Rex and the cars there if I had not built terraforming and trees. You would have been able to see that early. So a lot of what I planned out was like, how do I get you to not be able to see that stuff?
That makes sense. Yeah, no, and you did such a great job. It was so natural as you were going through it, and you just go in these paths, and then there's these big walls, and it made something I feel that it's often overlooked. It made the island feel more alive and more intimate, because when it's just a wide open expanse, it feels smaller somehow. But you kind of make it almost claustrophobic by creating all of these little areas that you're cut off from. It actually makes the island feel bigger and more alive that way. It's kind of a interesting oxymoron almost. By making it smaller, you make it feel bigger.
So one thing she didn't mention, and probably why the plants took so long, but she also made it so no two of the same like flowers or bushes are in the same frame.
The bushes is unavoidable,
Ah.
but the flowers, yeah, I purposely like tried to avoid putting the same exact flower. In this scene here that you have, I can see I've messed up and put two. I can see yellow tulips
Oh, yeah.
and the green mums.
Yeah.
So I haven't fixed that, but yeah, I tried throughout the entire island to always make sure they were unique, so that it always felt. I don't know how to explain it. It just felt better that way than if I could see both of the same flower in the same area. That bothered me.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just like OCD.
Yeah. No. Well, which brings me to a follow-up question too, which is, do you have to just then spend time maintaining and taking out flowers, or do they just not grow because they're single flowers?
They do grow
Oh,
on
okay.
their own. Whenever it rains, or if for some reason a villager happened to water them, they will expand. So I have to occasionally run through my island and just make sure that that hasn't happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it is kind of a
Yeah.
little bit of maintenance before somebody comes over.
But that is it's a great idea, and actually it's something that's given me a little inspiration for my own island, because I struggle with the flowers. There's so many of them, but I feel like once they get going, they almost are less appealing than the weeds. I don't know if you find this. Like they just,
Yeah.
because they're kind of samey, they don't have that nuance that the weeds have. So it can almost look like you're just filling a screen with like a repeating pattern, and if you just let that go. So just paring back is good, but also the variety, I think, just makes it stand out. So that's super cool.
Yeah, I also try to like pluck the flowers on intentionally in places, because a lot of the flowers, when you pluck them, it actually just looks like another type of weed. So occasionally I will do that, just to give it more natural feel as well.
You know what? I can you show me an example of that?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I can do it right here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that was easy. And now we're done. No, that's great. Very cool. Um, so,
So
and
now it
then,
has no more color and it's green and kind of just
yeah,
looks like another weed. Even better is the I forget what flower type it's called. I think it's pansies that really look like weeds when you pluck them.
gotcha. I did not realize that the different plants looked different when you pluck them.
Mhm.
That is super cool. Now, I've got a question here from Animate Barrel, who asks, "Did you plan Flick to be there for the tour?"
No, he just happened to be there,
Okay.
but he did quite well.
All right. And we've got another question here from Carter Balian, who asks, "Is there a way we could see the Japan island? It sounds awesome, and I was wondering maybe you made a video, or if there's any way we could see your fantastic work." Any word on that?
Yeah, we can post the DA. Let's see, I have to go find it, but
Perfect.
Do you want me to go look for it while you?
yeah, that would be great.
And I know there was a VOD where we actually toured it. I mean, it should still be actually up. I might be able to try and find it, but I'd have to do a little digging. But we actually did do a tour of that island a few months back. So, or well, I guess many months back. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
think that was last year,
it was.
maybe.
Yeah,
But if you still have that, Mana, yeah,
yeah.
definitely show that off.
I'll have to try and find it, and then I
Sounds-
can shout you all out with this and that video as well. But do you have those? Are they like? Do you still have that island? Is it like a different switch? Okay.
Yeah, I actually bought a Switch Lite so that we wouldn't destroy our Japan island.
Perfect.
I tried to convince Maui we should destroy it, and he was like, "No, we worked so hard on it. Don't destroy it. Get your
Right?
own Switch." So I was like, "Okay, I don't want to buy a whole full Switch, but I bought the Lite
Yeah.
used so that I could do a new island."
I think that's smart. I think that's really cool. Right on. So yeah, you got your own Switch Lite to be able to get another island there. Right on. Is your original Switch a Animal Crossing Switch?
No, it's not actually. It's just the
Oh,
classic red and blue.
so maybe there's time for an opportunity for a third island, huh?
Yeah,
you,
potentially.
you get the OLED edition, you got a fourth island. We've got another question, this time from Pixel Knight, who asks, "How did you make that car? Was it easy or hard?" Which car were you talking about? Also, I'm curious.
Yeah, I can actually answer that for both cars. The first car I actually didn't make. I think I just searched Jurassic Park when in the little editor where you can search for textures, and that was like one of the ones that popped up, and I was like, great, that saves me some time. Though I honestly think I might make my own because I did make the one that's stuck in the tree myself, and I really liked how it came out. So now I'm debating on making my own cars for the rest of the island just because
Yeah.
I liked my style more.
Yeah, there was something about that I'd have to look at both of those again, but I think you're right. There was something that stood out to me on the one in the tree where I was like, "Oh, that looks really good." Uh, in I can't place it. Was it maybe the way that you did like angles or something? I don't know.
I definitely changed the color slightly to give it
Okay.
some shading and
Mm-hmm.
give it a little bit of a 3D effect, which is probably what helped it out.
Yeah.
Versus, I think the one that I found online was simply a flat 2D texture,
Right.
so it doesn't have that same effect.
Yeah. It kind of works because it's in broad daylight and very, clear. But it doesn't. It lacks something. A little extra total sketch panache, if you will.
I just posted the Japan Island dream address.
Perfect. That dream address for posterity, since I don't have chat on this screen, is DA150395648328. But yeah,
And
I
eventually we'll have a DA for this one too. I just have to solve for a few problems like the fact that I can't trap Sherb in for the DA, so I'll probably make some sort of texture for a goat in there. And I also want to find a day where it's like sort of lightly raining, not so it's too dark so you can't see the dinosaurs that are far away at that first lookout, but just a little bit of rain. So when you get to that T-Rex scene, it really feels right.
right, exactly. Yeah, like ooh, yeah. And Dash did point out the car stuck in the tree turned out really well. I'd agree. So I'd definitely encourage you to work on some more textures for the community.
Yeah.
Do you a follow up on that too? Do you find working with textures and in the editor to be fun? Is that something you really enjoy doing? Do you have any tips for it?
Yeah, I do really enjoy it. I think it's fun, but definitely you need patience for it. And I would say try to throw the item that you're doing down on the ground too, because you can go in and out of the editor, like save your work and see it, and then decide if you need to change something and go back into the editor.
Oh,
So
oh,
for the tracks, I threw those on the ground while I was working on them, so I could jump out and in again to see a preview of them,
nice.
like live, and that helped me. Also,
That's
if you're
a
trying
great
to do
tip.
tracks, something that really helped me to like when I was turning the tracks in different corners, I would take a picture with my phone of the tracks and then flip it in my phone so I could see exactly what squares I needed to color in to get the different corners.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay, that
So
makes
that
sense. Yeah.
helped a lot.
Oh man, those are actually some really helpful tips. Yeah, for sure. That's cool. Oh man. Well, let's see. I think we've got another question. Let me double check. Let me see. I thought I saw it. Did I miss it? I didn't write it down. Possibly not. Um, we have Pixel Knight saying, now I want Animal Crossing, though. But yeah, Memory Martin also adds, that's what it is. And any edits get changed on any items that were used, if I recall correctly. The edits get changed on the ground. That's how you, okay, that makes sense. Well, amazing. So I do have a, not necessarily pertaining to Animal Crossing question, about Jurassic Park specifically. So you're obviously very passionate about it. Any particular reason why? I mean, what's your level of love for Jurassic Park? Is it all of the
Oh,
films? Is it all the books? Is it everything? Is it only just the first movie?
it's definitely everything. I mean, it
Nice.
definitely started at a young age. When I was a little girl, I didn't play with dolls. I played with dinosaur toys and Hot Wheel
Nice.
cars.
Nice.
So it started early. But I have
Nice.
read the books. They're extremely good. I highly recommend it if you haven't already. And then I've watched all the movies. I'm a bigger fan of the more classic movies than the newer world movies. But I'll watch them as long as they keep making them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
and for this island specifically, when I found out that New Horizons was giving us our own island to make, and Maui asked me, "Oh, well, what would you want to do with your island?" I was like, "I'm gonna make a Jurassic Park island," and he was like, "I don't think you're gonna be able to do that because I don't think there'll be enough items to do that." And I was like, "Challenge accepted."
Yes. I love that. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, and then in the long run, you end up getting uh, the little additions. Like we didn't have so much customization around the designer at first, right? So
Hmm.
like now, now is kind of the perfect time because you have all of this flexibility with that. That's
Yeah,
so
I'm so
cool.
glad they expanded the custom design slots. It was
Yeah.
very difficult to make our Japan island at first because we had to delete textures and when we decided like, oh well, this one's more important to have, so we'll delete this one so we can have this one. And I didn't have that problem with this island
Yeah.
because I had plenty of slots.
All the
Right.
textures.
All the
All the
textures.
textures. Yeah. Well, it's funny you mentioned the books. By the way, I remember distinctly. I was a youngin when the first movie came out. I was pretty small. Uh, but my mom read me the first novel. Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park, and I remember she read it in a way like I was old enough to read, and I knew what she was saying was not was what was actually on the paper because there's a lot of swearing and a lot of like gratuitous stuff in the books and like some violence and stuff. And she would like filter it. It was so cute. It was like, uh, and then and then Ian Malcolm goes, "Gosh darn it!" Fiddlesticks. It's like, oh, is that what it is, Mom? I don't think so. But yeah, oh man, yeah,
Yeah,
Jurassic Park is awesome.
I actually bought Barnes and Noble came out with a leather bound version of the books. So
Ooh.
it has all the books in a single book and it's
Oh,
leather bound. It's very beautiful. So I actually
nice.
bought that for my bookshelf collection because I loved it so much.
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Do you like other Michael Crichton stuff, or is it specifically just the Jurassic Park books?
Specifically
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be opposed to reading his other stuff because I actually do really like his writing style.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just very particular when I read books of like the content has to interest me. Otherwise, I'll reread a paragraph like 5 times and not really register what I read. So
Right.
I've got to be interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like his writing style, so I probably wouldn't mind.
Very cool. So how often do you watch Jurassic Park?
Oh, so frequently. Maui can attest to
Maui.
that.
How often,
Um,
Maui?
I
Once a quarter,
Was
probably.
it?
at least, if not
It's time
more.
for our annual Jurassic Park. Yeah. Okay.
I tend to put movies on in the background when I'm working or doing something because I don't need to. If I've already seen the movie, I don't actually need to see it. Hearing it makes me picture it in my mind. So I will throw a movie on in the background while I clean or do actual work for my job. And Jurassic Park's definitely a frequent flyer there.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Well, by the way, who's our guest star right now?
Cricket.
Yeah, her name's Cricket.
Hi, Cricket.
She's our 9-year-old cat. She's
Aw.
named Cricket because she chirps instead of meows. So she makes like these tiny little meow sounds, and they kind of sound like chirping. So we named her after that. And also, she can't wait to be pet. So if you bend down and like start to reach to pet her, she will jump into it because she just can't simply wait. So
I love
that's
it.
why.
That's a perfect name. I love it. Well, is there anything else you want to show us on your tour, or anything else on the island that you want to show us before we take a short break?
Sure. There's one thing I had to hide some
Okay.
villagers. So if you go to this side,
Oh, and thank you to Lucked Out for following. I really do appreciate that. All right, I'm going to follow you. Lucked Out, welcome in. This is awesome. That's a great name, too.
Memories asking where the pupper is.
Oh, yeah. Where is the pupper? Oh,
She's
I see. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, this is clever.
so I made that land bridge so they could still come out into the island and people could still see them, but that their houses were mostly hidden away and not kind of ruining the scenery.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
So
they're
they're hidden
hidden,
behind
yeah.
the mountains.
And if I'm not mistaken here, let's see. If I go into your map, we can see this. It's probably worth checking out. There we go. Yeah. Well, that's clever. And then you've got it divided with the water area, water features there. So, yeah, you don't really see that on the tour. Okay. So it's really designed that you come out of the airport and you pretty much. I mean, here's the thing. You told me, yeah, you just go and I'll follow you, and it worked perfect. I didn't have to worry about it. That's exactly what happened. I just
you're
followed
bald
you.
Yeah,
in the map.
Yeah.
I'm bald. Because I had to switch all those different outfits out. So
Yeah.
I made myself bald so I could put all the hairstyles on.
Yeah, that's smart. I like it. But it worked. I mean, there wasn't any part where I was going, "Oh, yeah, look at that." Oh, nice.
Yeah, eventually I'll give them a little bit of yard because I feel bad that they're like just tucked away. So that I'm giving them all their own little flower beds and stuff. But
Nice. Nice. Aw.
I'm putting like flowers, like I didn't allow purple on the island, so I'm putting some of the flowers that I love but can't fit on the island back here
Yeah.
eventually.
That was just because you were keeping it to those three colors, right?
Yeah.
Again, less is more. And I mean, I feel like that and some of just the graphic stuff you've done definitely is going to be a great segue into our there's our doji. It's gonna be a great segue into our next topic. I think we're probably going to talk a little bit more about game design, right? Is that what we're gonna do next?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at this! Look at it! It's
Yeah,
the whole
that's good.
family. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel like going and getting mana chug too. Oh, that's so great.
On the Japan island, they're also walking around as two of the residents.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, very cool. Well, all right, folks. We're gonna take 5 minutes. Thank you to everyone who came in. Just a reminder, this is an Isle Mana live episode, so we're focusing mostly on the conversations, interactions with our fantastic guests, TotalSketch and ragepaintgames, aka Maui. That's what's going on. And we are going to continue the conversation about halfway through this next hour. We're going to switch again to all of your questions. If you at Memory Martin or Dash or any of our Mana mods, they can write your comments down and we'll be sure to get those questions answered. Okay, take 5, everybody. We will be right back. All right, everybody, we're just about ready to come back here. Give us just a moment. Get your seats and everything. And there we go. All right, we ready, TotalSketch?
Yeah, just about. Maui took the pup outside.
Yes. All right,
She had
no
to go
worries.
potty or not.
No
But
worries.
I'm happy to answer questions. I see Chrono asked, who is your favorite Jurassic Park character? And that would be our. We are live too, right?
Yep, there we go.
Okay. So I know Chrono asked, who's my favorite character? And I would have to say Alan Grant. I just think he's so funny. Especially when he's like, kids smell.
Yeah.
And he's like terrorizing that one kid at the dig site.
Yep.
And eventually he kind of starts to like kids as we progress through the movie. He just makes me laugh in most of the scenes he's in. So
There's just this endearing quality about him for sure. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I changed inspired by your orange and reds color scheme. I changed up. I've got the orange and everything. And Manichug also. Here. Oh, what are you doing? Come here. You're silly. You're silly. Hey.
Aww.
Hey, want to say hello?
Black and white pug.
Oh no.
Cuddles.
So there we go. So Manichug is joining us. Anyway, and Dash says yes. He also he has a great arc in the movie. You're absolutely right. Yeah, and Sam Neill is a fantastic actor. I think he played Merlin in this made-for-TV Arthurian drama. It was really good. I remember that, and I was like, oh man, he's such a cool actor.
Yeah, I love Merlin. That was a great show.
Yeah. And Nomadile is in here. Hey there, enjoying the relaxing interview and tour. Hey Nomadile, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you're enjoying it. It is pretty awesome, isn't it?
Did we want to find your favorite part of the tour that you wanted to sit in?
Yeah, we could do that real quick. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go down. Actually, where we were was not bad. But I think I am also going to put my guest clothes back on here. So let me just do that real quick. Put this back. Can I should be able to drop these down here, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I'll put this back on. And oops. Just kidding. And then go here. Remove that. And pop this down here. And this over here. There we go. Cool. And yeah, you know what? Actually, let's go. We're going to do a quick whirlwind tour here. Whee! Let's go.
Or
Actually,
fast forward to the
ooh.
movie.
Yeah, right? This seems good right here. What do you think about this?
Yeah.
That's where it's at. That's where it's at. All right. I'm digging it. I'm super, super happy with that. So yeah. Now for this next part of the stream, we're gonna kind of talk a little bit more about another aspect of you guys, which is that you create games. So I'll just start by saying, talk to me like I know nothing. Tell us what's this all about? How did you get into it? What do you do? Oh,
Yeah,
and also, sorry, before Pseudo Nova says, not a question, but love you, sis.
Love you too, bro. So for me, I'll start and then I'll let Maui go. But for me, I was in senior year of high school and I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I loved art and I also loved playing video games. And I started making maps for Counter-Strike, which was a game I was playing at the time. And I was just messing around I wasn't taking it seriously or anything. But when I saw players playing on my maps and enjoying it and having fun and laughing, it made me feel so fulfilled. That was the moment I knew I wanted to get into games. So then I went to college for video game art and design, and I graduated. It was pretty tough. In fact, they say like only 15% of the students actually go forth and graduate from that degree. So it's very difficult. And mostly people just change degrees. Is usually what was actually happening. They were switching to animation or something else. But I stuck it all the way through, and then I met Maui online actually, and he's my counterpart, my other side of my coin, my partner in crime. He's the
Aw.
programmer. So
That's great. And something a little something more than just the programmer, right?
oh
As
yeah,
we talked about.
definitely.
That's awesome.
But yeah, for me, I don't know. I pretty much got hooked on video games. I think Final Fantasy VII
Oh
on
yeah.
the PlayStation. That was one of my earliest games where I played that. I'm like, this is amazing what they can do, and like how much story they can tell, and all this kind of stuff. So I really just got hooked from then on, and yeah, in high school I started trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I messed around with trying to make graphics and art and stuff like that. I'm like, yep, this isn't for me. And then I tried programming, and I'm like, I like this logical aspect of it, like um, setting up rules and stuff like that, and having the computer do it for me. So yeah, I pretty much got hooked. I also went to school for game and simulation programming. But yeah,
Nice. Is that how you met through school?
Sort of. Our schools were actually right next door to one another, and on our first date, as we started talking, we found out we had like a mutual friend, and we went to the game developers conference the same year and could have ran into each other then. And I went over to his school and tried to access their GSP computers one day because I had friends who were in the GSP program, and he was in there and didn't let me in. So there was like all these moments where we could have, should have, would have met, but didn't. And then he finally found me online. So that's actually how we met.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That is so funny. That's perfect.
It sort of felt like fate kept trying to put us together, and we kept refusing to meet up.
You're like, okay. That's so awesome. I guess I will. Nice. Well, now you said that maybe one thing we could do is scroll through your Twitter. Is that kind of something you want? You want to do that?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to get this set up, but it'll just take me a moment here. And I've got your Twitter all set, but I am going to kind of zoom in because you know how when you're looking on Twitter, sometimes you can get lost. It's so tiny. So we're gonna make that full screen. And let me just do that.
I'll just read some chat while you do that.
Please
Dash
do.
and Martin both said, "Congrats on graduating." So thank you guys. It was definitely a lot of long hours and staying up till like 4 a.m. I actually had 3 jobs at the same time. I was full time in college, so
Oh
I had a
wow.
lot of sleepless nights.
Oops. And feel free to, if there's any other comments you want to provide or anyone else that you want to shout out, I'm just going to get this all set up. And we're almost there.
I do have to say that is probably my favorite part of the island is the dinosaur
lookout part?
overlook.
I
Did
don't
you
know
have a
which is
favorite?
my favorite
I feel like Sherb
part.
is your favorite part of the island.
Which one?
Sherb.
Oh, Sherb. Yeah, I really wanted to hit people hard with that one. I wanted people to be emotionally invested in the island.
Yes.
So when they saw Sherb, they would really be like, "Oh no, not the goat!"
that worked for me. That totally worked for me. I'll tell you. I felt it. I felt it in the feels.
Yeah, a lot of my villagers I actually got while on the hunt for Sherb because I knew I had to have Sherb on the island. So I actually ran into a bunch of like goodies on the way there. Um,
Gotcha. Okay, I'm all set. I'm ready to go through your Twitter. Do you like how I said
great.
that? I don't know why I said it that way,
Yeah.
but Twitter. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. It's just gonna be the Twitter page. So I'll have you kind of walk us through this. I don't have an easy way to share kind of what it is, but I'll sort of read stuff out, and if you want to just kind of guide us through, that'll be fine. All right.
Yeah,
So
sure.
here we go. So this is it. Oh my gosh. And how cool is that? We actually just got a new follow. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. So here we go. Hello, Twitter, my first tweet. I feel like this is a good one. That's April 26, 2014. It's a very
It's
good place to
important date.
start. Right? Yeah, exactly. Starting things off right. Um, and then we're going to go up
I think
here.
we
Meet the
probably
artists. Meet the programmer. We've got Sauto Arts and Maui MC. We've got, here we go. Maui messing around with a logo for ragepaintgames. Which one do you like better?
we eventually went with the one on the left.
I think that was just, it's a little cleaner.
Yeah.
I like it. But I don't know that I would have necessarily picked up on the fact that it was meant to be the what do you call these dice again?
The
D20.
dice, the D&D dice,
Yeah, the
D20s.
D20. Thank you. There we go. I could not think of D20 for some reason. Here we go.
So
Placeholder
Rage
art.
Paint Games was a combination of our projects. So for me, I made a replica of the game Rage while I was in college. So I don't know if anyone's played that game. I don't think it's a super popular one. But Wellspring, that city, I remade while I was in college as a project, and Maui did a painting game where it was actually you probably like explain that game better than I.
So it was a puzzle kind of platformer, and you'd actually draw on the screen with a paintbrush, and to like solve puzzles and stuff like that. So
So
we combine those two kind of things to make the name of our brand, I guess you'd call it.
yeah, so it's like
Nice.
our two big projects in school mushed together made Rage Paint, and then we added games to make that RPG acronym, which really felt fitting because hopefully we'll make an RPG one of these days.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, that is super cool. Oh gosh. We just got another follower. Nick, thank you so much for coming on in. AM, thank you so much for that follow. So now I'm looking at this placeholder art versus new art for the puzzle game. Game dev,
So
indie dev. Screenshot
on
Saturday.
the left is my art, and on the right is Siemens art.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I see.
We did that. So the left art was really just placeholder. So while I was working on what the aesthetics was really going to look like for that game, Maui still needed to be able to make sure all his programming worked. So he made some temporary graphics so that he could play around with them while I worked on the actual art of the game. So that's where that change comes in.
Nice. That is
on the
super
left,
cool.
on the left, that's what we call programmer art.
Program. But you know what? It actually looks pretty decent. I've seen, I have actually seen placeholder art that looks pretty rough. That actually could be a finished one.
I
Granted,
think
it
Cena
is.
might have helped a little bit on that as well. But
It's the right is better. All right, and then so let's see here. Implemented the new look for No No Tales.
Yeah, so No No Tales is actually a game you can download, or sorry, No No Infinite, because we did change it later. because we actually made the game where you can play these puzzles infinitely. It's all randomly generated, so there's no end. If you want to keep playing puzzles, you can. It'll just keep going on and on forever. So we changed the name to No Infinite. Eventually, we might make a game called No Tales where we actually tell a story as you do puzzles.
Ooh.
So that's a maybe. We might go back to that idea. Spoiler alert, No Infinite didn't do as great on the market as we thought it might. So we changed gears later down the road. So who knows, maybe No Tales will never become a thing, but maybe it will. We'll see. But you actually can play No Infinite on Android phones right now. It will be available on Apple Store once we renew our license, which will probably only happen once we release a new game. And then No Infinite will be back on the market again.
Nice. Okay. So it's available on Android. How much?
It's free to play.
Free to play.
Free to play. It just has ads, and they're really non-intrusive ads, which is why we didn't make very much money, because I didn't want to disturb gamers, because ads annoy me, so I'm not torturing someone else with ads. So they're really non-intrusive at the bottom.
I appreciate that. That's a good thing, and it obviously there are many people who don't adhere to that, but let's see here. Quickly added in new art with the old art. Wait, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, so this was part of the No Tales feature. Basically, we were trying to do like fairy tales where as you completed a puzzle, it would insert part of the picture, so you would get more and more of the tale as you continued to play. So in this case, we have Jack and the Beanstalk. I had just finished like the final look of that vine and what it was going to be like in the game, and then I was kind of messing around with where Jack was going to be on the beanstalk. Didn't really finish him or anything, but yeah, you would play a puzzle, get a piece of the background, play another puzzle, get the vine growing up, play another puzzle, see Jack climbing up the beanstalk was kind of the idea.
Nice, nice. Also, I see you there, Nick. It's good to see you. For anyone who is new here, just so you know, we're doing an interview here with TotalSketch and ragepaintgames, and right now we're going through their game development, and we just did a wonderful tour of their Jurassic Park islands. So, just gonna want to give everyone a little heads up on that. We'll take questions, by the way, if you put them in the chat. The Mana Mods will be collecting those, and we'll get to those in a little bit. Let's keep on. This is really interesting. I love this. Okay. So then we can go up here. Text fades out if the entire row is filled in. Polish! Or, I suppose, should I read that as Polish?
Yeah, it's definitely us polishing the game.
Right? Ooh, that looks cool. That looks really
so
nice.
That was like the farm where Jack lives first. And that was more polishing up the artwork instead of just all the placeholder art.
Yeah.
I really, really do love the style of your art. It's really good.
Thank you.
Looks like we've got some Twitch TV stories here going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did this. They're called game jams.
Nice.
Where you have, if you're in a team, you have 72 hours to make a game from start to finish. Usually it's pretty small, and yeah, those are a lot of fun. We made a, how do you say the cat? Is it Katamari?
Yeah, Katamari like
Yeah,
game.
I saw that down there. Yeah.
So we made a Katamari like game where you play as planet Earth, with a rocket attached to you, and you drove Earth around and tried to collect stars and planets and make yourself bigger, and you just become this big giant mass, and the bigger you get, the bigger planets you can pick up. And then we had ideas for like if there was a star and you picked it up, you got more time, but there was a chance that a star would explode and become a supernova, and it would suck parts of you off of you if you got too close to the supernova. So it was like you want the stars, but you also have to be careful and try to avoid them at the same time.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of a fun idea, and we did complete it in the 72 hours. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
and we thought maybe we would develop it further and eventually release it for phones as well.
It
That-
definitely needs a lot of optimization because when you're only working on it for 3 days, standards get thrown out the window.
You're like, okay, it works. Hold it together with duct tape and bubble gum. All right.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Pretty
That's
much.
awesome. But here's a guy that probably doesn't need any duct tape or bubble gum to get the job done. Here's our little Viking dude here. He looks
Yeah,
pretty rough and ready.
Yeah, so back when we were streaming, we actually created this little Viking guy so that every time someone came into the stream, they got their own Viking guy. And as they spent time with us and earned channel points, they could use their channel points to buy new equipment for their Viking. And then
Oh.
when someone would come in and raid us, there would be a big epic fight of all the raider Vikings versus our chat Vikings. And you would earn some points and be able to buy new equipment from that too.
That's amazing.
So it was a lot of fun to build that, and a lot of people kept asking us because this was back when Twitch still had a game development channel.
Yeah,
So people
right.
would come in and they'd be like, "Oh my god, what game is this? Like, when is it coming out?" And we're like, actually, it's just for our Twitch channel.
This is just our overlay.
So it's not coming out at all, other than if you hang out with us.
That's awesome. That's so great. Yeah. But that is a brilliant. I've seen stuff kind of like that where, people will have the little doodad people on the bottom. They kind of interact. But like this is taking it up a notch. That's for sure. I like it. That's so cool. All right. Let's keep on.
So if you scroll up, you probably see
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
The Viking, I would assume, is probably
yeah.
next. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is us. If people like tweeted, the little Twitter bird would come flying and say their message. And,
Oh, wow.
and the little Vikings would run out. So you can see us start to get that working on our Twitch overlay.
Wow. So what I'm hearing is maybe I need to like commission, or if you have commissions, like talk to you about commissions at some point. Beg, maybe
Yeah,
beg might be a
awesome.
thing. You have some cool stuff. All right. That's awesome. That is really neat. All right. And so it looks like, so you were definitely doing a lot of Twitch streaming. I love that. That is so cool. Couples first playthrough. Wub wub. New overlay gamification. Is that the Vikings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I think that's just such a great idea. I really do. Character editor. Oh, nice. Okay, there's your character editor.
Yeah, so this is the screen, and it's really bland here. We've added a lot of other stuff later down the road, but basically on your phone, you could edit your Viking. So there was actually an editor you could download and pick out items.
Oh.
So here's like the inventory of what you earned, and then
Wow.
you could equip your Viking on your phone.
So in the top right there, we've got the banner, and
Mhm.
if you've got the banner equipped, it shows
Your
like
Twitch
your-
icon.
your Twitch icon.
Oh, that's so cool. I love it.
So you'd come in like representing
Yeah.
your channel and like be able you would be at the head of the charge of your Viking people that you came in with your raid.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh. That I'm absolutely in awe of that. That is so cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I would be working on items like drawing live, and Maui at the same time would be programming live on Twitch. Like we were often showing us both working at the same time on our channel.
Come make a Viking. I like it. Come make a Viking and see it on stream. That is so cool. Ooh, and then here, shaded boned rigged Viking. That's a whole other level, because I didn't realize that, as you were doing this. Yeah, I kind of think in the world of like visual arts. I love art, but I've never done anything in this realm, digital, never any kind of game art or anything like that. So to see that you have to take into consideration other factors, like you have to like rig this character, that didn't even occur to me at first.
Yeah, we used a pretty cool plugin in Unity to rig him up and make him move, which was pretty fun to learn because I hadn't used it before that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really fun to give him bones and then
Yeah.
have him move for real.
Right. Oh my
Give him
gosh.
life.
And
That
then
is
watch all the
so cool.
bloopers of
The
Right.
bloopers.
when you mess up the bones.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is so cool.
Watch his leg bend in ways it's not supposed to,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
not, human body's not supposed to do that. Oh man. All right, that is super cool. So there's that. Ooh, look at that. Working on some game dev. I like
Yeah,
it.
so during that, you can kind of see what our setup was like, where we each had our own camera on us and also on what we were working on. And so I was actually in that screenshot, I was working on a like Santa gift. That was like pixel art, like a secret Santa for someone. So I
Okay.
actually wasn't working on the game in that screenshot, but
The screenshot on the right is our space game, actually.
yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, I really do like that you have the little icon of the cog for Maui, and then yours is the little paint palette to
Mhm.
represent the kind of different pieces of the puzzle that you're completing there.
And we also had like promotional stuff, so I think you can see on the screen there, our first 250 followers would get a promo paintbrush for their Viking
Oh, nice.
So it was actually their weapon, was a paintbrush.
Oh.
for
If
Rage Paint Games.
Yeah, if they were the first
Oh
250
man,
followers.
you are so clever. I am absolutely floored by your creativity, and I mean, these are things that, like, you know, sometimes people will dream up ideas like this, but you're able to actually create it because you're this you're a double, triple, quadruple threat, whatever.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
There it is.
Oh,
My
that's
favorite
our
hat.
favorite helmet, is the fish helmet. If you go down
That's a good one. We're gonna let that one just sit there for a bit.
It's like very Dr. Seussy.
It is actually. He's kind of just like he's like. Nom, 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 nom. It's awesome.
I forgot what reward we made that, but that was our favorite item that we made.
Yeah.
That is.
I
So
definitely
good.
like the silly items. We had a bucket helmet as well.
Yeah. As a tribute to like Skyrim, when you put the bucket on the shop owner so
Oh.
you can steal stuff.
Nice.
So we made a bucket helmet for the Vikings.
Oh my gosh. So what's
here's
kind
of the beginning of our raid.
Okay, nice. So this would, up in the top corner, this would be the raider.
Yeah, it looks a
Gotcha.
bit buggy in that one. In
Well,
that
this was
screenshot.
like very beginning. Like I first got the icons off of Twitch, but then later I got those shrunk down and onto banners.
Nice. Okay.
It's definitely an iterative process.
For
getting everything
sure.
done.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It looks like we've got some updates on No Infinite,
Yeah.
and then we have a postmortem on No Infinite on Reddit. So that's cool. I love it. I presume by that it's just kind of talking about how the development process went, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like what went well, what didn't go well, what did we expect to happen but didn't happen, things like that. It's like stuff we went over. And
Nice.
also just opened it to Reddit of like, ask us questions.
Yeah. An AMA, right?
Yeah.
That is
And
so
then
cool.
We had a 4th of July picture done.
yeah, we like released specific puzzles because we implemented seeding into it, which was kind of fun and cool, where you could put in codes for your puzzle, so you could enter in your own name. So you could have actually put Art of Mana in, and it would have created a seed, and then you could have challenged people to solve the Art of Mana puzzle.
That's so cool. Like
cool.
this right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. Hey, you have a really great design eye. I'm just gotta put that out right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, everything looks really slick. I really like it. Oh man, this is so cool. And then I love that you've got actually little nods to players. Congratulations to some players. Looks like we've got a video here. I wonder if
yeah, that kind of shows like the beginning of It was like our promo video that we released.
Nice.
And this
That
is
is
just
cool.
a sped up solving of a puzzle.
I love it. Nice. This actually looks like a game I would probably would pick up and play. Although it actually looks a little too complicated for me. Mrs. Mana probably
Just
would
go
enjoy
through
it.
the tutorial.
Yeah.
If you like Sudoku, you'll like that game. It's very similar.
So I was kind of picking up on that, and I'm like, I've got family members who would totally dig this. Me, Sudoku is like, numbers.
Yep, Memory Martin actually recognized the game type. It's called a nonogram, and she says she loves nonograms, which is
Oh.
why we named it Nono Infinite, because it is actually a specific type of game.
Nice. I did not know that. Huh? No, get it? See what I did there?
It's funny because her mom actually said the same thing of like, oh, I'm not into those kinds of games, and then downloaded it, and I think she ended up like far surpassing everyone on the leaderboards. Was at like 1,000,000 points, and
Yeah.
we're just like, you need to put the game down at
Yeah,
some
she
point.
got like 4 million points, and I was like, "Are you okay, Mom?"
That's awesome. That's
I think
great.
Who are you? Like,
Was that
did
her?
an alien take over my mother?
Is that Starred Lemming?
Possibly. I don't remember.
No,
That's
that
awesome.
one's from the Android, and she has an iPhone.
Oh.
So she was on the
Gotcha.
iPhone leaderboards, and those were the Android leaderboards. And then here, we started to make a like Tamagotchi-like game.
Oh, nice.
So this was the latest game that we've been working on until Maya's computer exploded.
Oh, no.
But basically, we had like little gachapon machines, which if you
Nice.
know what a gachapon is, you put a quarter in, you spin the dial, and you get a little plastic ball, and inside is a toy. So basically, it's the same idea of like you get to put coins in a machine, a ball comes out, and inside the ball is an egg. And in that egg, there could be a variety of different pets that you then have to take care of, just like in Tamagotchi. So that was the screenshot you were just on, was us kind of starting that project of getting a little slime creature, a little gelatinous cube going.
Mana Sprout would love it. That's awesome.
Not to D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have-
yeah, for sure. I love that. Oh my gosh. And then, oh, here we go. Look, we can kind of see some cute monsters may appear. Evolve. Okay. Little.
Yeah, so as you took care of them, if you fed them certain things, or if you only took care of them at night or day, or, it just depends on your care, they would evolve into something specific based on the care you were giving them. So in this case, that little plant monster, if you only fed them bananas, they would end up turning into the monkey monster.
That's awesome. So they could actually have different evolutions based on that.
Mhm.
Nice. So was it going to be in pixel art style?
Yep.
Or okay.
Yeah, I was working on, I really like pixel art style, so I was trying it out myself, and we wanted to do this whole game in it, and I wanted to try to stick to a pastel color palette. So you
Ooh,
can
yeah,
kind
I
of
see that.
as you go through it.
It reminds me of Curious George right here, I gotta say.
Just to answer Scooter real quick. Yeah, ragepaintgames were on Twitch. We haven't streamed
In a while.
in a while. We just kind of hang out in different streams nowadays.
But we'll
And-
probably start streaming again once Mai fixes his computer.
Yeah, and links are actually down the bottom left corner right now. You can see there's some info right there. Memory Martin could probably do some shout outs as well if you wouldn't mind. And I'm noticing the time. We're gonna continue up through here, and then we are gonna open it up for those questions from people. But this is just so fascinating. Now I'm staring at poop, and it's still fascinating.
These are the little monster poops. We were playing around with the design of the poop.
I mean, you know what? Let's see. If I had to choose, I think I would go with number 6.
That's a pretty good one. I think
3
we
is
ended
also
up
good.
on. Yeah, I think we ended up on 3, I believe, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
I don't
Three
remember.
and 6 are the best poops. Just saying. And I'm a dad. I'm a dad. I know my poops. I want to say three and six.
I was really trying to channel that, Disney ice cream swirl feel.
Exactly. That's some
When I
soft serve
designed
right
those.
there. I like it. Nailed it. Going for the Disney swirl quality.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's hard to do with pixel art too. That's great. It looks like you had a Christmas event going on. Oh, here's the poop. You went with three. You went with three.
Yep. We went with 3.
Oh, I love the little fly on there. Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
So that was me messing around with animations with pixel art, which was really fun. I super enjoyed that. Because, you don't have to add every little detail in your frames to get the point across.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at this. So cute. Oh my gosh, that's great. So funny. What do you think of our first baby pet for the Tamagotchi-like game? I think it's good. Looks like we got a Happy New Year. So yes, there are some Instagram posts. You can follow Rage Paint Games on Instagram. Love this. Oh, it looks like we got some coding going on right here.
Yeah, that's a little bit of the UI in Unity. You can modify the different values of stuff while it's running.
Mm-hmm.
It's very useful.
Nice. Okay.
Memory Martin's like, ooh, 'cause I think she could.
I feel like Memory Martin's just drooling over all of this info.
Unity 3D is a really powerful and useful tool, so if you ever want to try games, I would highly recommend it.
This is really fun. I like this. So these, okay, so tell us what is your favorite facial expressions using only emojis. These are for your virtual pet, so it can express what kind of care it needs and what mood it's in. But I love that. That's what a great way. I'm going to have to respond to that one with an emoji. That's super. Great idea.
My favorite's the drooling one.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty good. I like it.
That's the pet to tell you they're hungry. So these are the little vending machines we had for like food. The interesting part of this is like with textures, I could make these look like this, but if you scroll up, it shows the full vending machine, and it's basically called 9 slicing, where you make a picture, slice it into 9 squares, and then you can duplicate those squares however big you need it to be. So you can see how large this vending machine was. It's actually just those same squares repeated over and over again because we sliced it that way. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah,
Now
I think
explain it better.
so. Like, if you took the far right one, for example, and then sliced it over, or like it was all of
like sliced it into bottom right, bottom middle, bottom left, middle center, middle right, middle left. So if you slice it up into 9 different chunks, then you could just repeat those chunks and no one would know the difference, and we save space on our textures being really small. So that was kind of fun to do too.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty much all the textures on the outside, right?
Mhm.
The outside 8 textures will all stay the same and keep that detail. And then the middle texture is the one that we can stretch.
Gotcha. Oh, that's so interesting. Wow. All right. This is so cool. And then I really do like the avocado, pizza, pie, banana, watermelon, apple selections. That's pretty awesome. I like it. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that happy monkey. All the bananas.
Oh, so this is one of the bloopers of like I finished the walking animation, and then Maui was messing around with the speed of the animation and made the monkey look very broken.
It's just dancing the Charleston, fast pace. It's just that. I love that. That's great.
It is always fun to tweak the values and just get something funny out of it.
That is super cool. Oh my gosh. Oh man, what is this banana beast? Does this design appeal to you?
Oh. The final evolution of the banana monkey.
That is so cool. Actually, I gotta there we go. And let's see here. I love it. New floor and wallpaper. little
Yeah, so
brick
we also
floor.
wanted to be able for people to like design the rooms that their pets were in. So we were gonna
Nice.
have separate little gotcha machines to get different wallpapers and flooring and furniture, etc. So that was the start of that development.
Very nice. And then, haha, look at this cute little critter. That's adorable. Let us know what you think of this little guy. I like it. I like it. And then that's a very happy, hungry plant.
Yeah, so this is showing like how when he eats, how it disappears, and then how he's happy after he's done eating.
That's super impressive. Like, super impressive. Uh-oh, hold on a second here. I've got, I'm guessing a mana sprout knocking on the door. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
All right. 1 second. Looks like we've got some music there. Retweet. Okay, one moment. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna leave this on. Here we go, because Manichug is gonna get very anxious here in a moment. I'm gonna leave this on this screen for a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm back. So thanks for that. It was just a real quick little check-in to get our Manichug back with the family. Okay, so now I believe, look, Memory Martin's following, and for some reason I'm not. So there we go. I'm now following. There we are. So fantastic. So you are. I mean, honestly, you're blowing me away with this, with your skills, your ability, your creativity, the programming. I had no clue with the that awesome overlay for the streams. I mean, wow.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to build.
I am absolutely blown away. I am very impressed.
Yeah, we got really inspired by a streamer called Latch.
Okay.
He's really big in the game development, streaming, and he actually made some like giveaway tools and stuff that some streamers use.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, he makes some really cool overlays and stuff like that, and we saw that and we were like, wow, this is awesome. Like, we want to try and make something like that.
Yeah, we want to make stuff for Twitch in addition to what we're already doing.
Well, I think it's awesome. Like I said, I'm not joking either. I definitely do want to talk to you later and see, about commissioning something possibly down the line. But sorry, I'm just doing an awkward grab around here to adjust my mic settings because I had adjusted that. Anyway, I know we've got some questions here. I'm gonna get back to those in a second. Let me just pull those up. But what are your current plans for game development? Are you getting something out there soon? Are you what's the next couple months look like?
So hopefully Maui can fix his computer. Basically, we build our own computers, and Maui's computer finally died. The motherboard, a fuse on it, basically blew. So he had to buy a new motherboard, and when that new one came in, it didn't work.
Yep.
So we're now trying to figure out. It seems like it actually is working, but it's waiting for some kind of input from us, but it's not telling us what that input is. So we're messing around with it to see like what it is we need to do to get it up and running again. And eventually maybe we'll just give in and build a new one. But it might be time for an upgrade at this point anyway.
Yeah.
Once that's up and running again, we definitely want to continue on the Gacha Pet project. And honestly, I could probably start working on artwork again for it.
Mhm.
But it's more fun when the two of us are working together. We have a much better time working together and doing the same thing together versus if I'm just working on it and he's not. It's a little more boring for me.
Yeah.
So even though I guarantee a lot more art is going to be needed for that game than programming will be, but it's okay.
Now I do have a couple questions from Memory Martin. And the first one is, what is that Unity plugin and is it still available? I'm not sure if you already answered that or.
Which Unity plugin?
Probably the one about rigging models, right? Is that the one you're asking about, Memory?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'd
But
have
Memory
to
Martin also said yes. Yes, Memory Martin says yes.
Gotcha. Let me see. I might have to get back to you on that one, Memory Martin, on what it's called, but it should still definitely be available out there.
I mean, it might just be built into Unity at this point.
Yeah,
because
that's
they have been improving the 2D stuff. So I think at this point they probably have a decent 2D animation built into it now.
Nice.
It is interesting as we're going through making the game and stuff. Unity just keeps coming out with new features, and I think the No Infinite, we probably I rewrote it like 3 times because I'm like, oh, new features, oh, new features. So I kept like getting into that and remaking it and stuff. So
Yeah, and unfortunately, those new features required him to rewrite the entire code back from scratch again.
Oh no.
So like that game got iterated 3 different times just from Unity updates.
Oh no. Oh man, that's too
I mean,
bad.
part of it is just having fun messing around with it, right? Learning new stuff. So
I get that. I mean, in my own little ways, not with programming, not, because that's just not something I'm skilled at, but, even just like with Twitch overlays and stuff like that, what I can relate to is I've gone through and like redone my entire OBS, like layout, panels, everything. Like I do that so many times, and I'll go through, like I'll rename things, have a new file structure, and then it's kind of like you're saying, there's an update. OBS is doing something different now. I'm like, oh, well, now I can group items together. I'm going to do this differently. And then now I can color things, and now I can, so.
it's crazy to see how far Twitch has even gone. Because when we were working on that Viking overlay, there weren't stream points at that point. We actually had our own stream points essentially in our little app. So
nice.
Yeah, and then they came out with channel points, and we were like, ooh, new things to play with.
Right. Awesome. Well, Memory Martin says, you said that you'd like to work on an RPG, right? I may have an idea for one, so you might want to reach out to Memory Martin. I think we're going to start wrapping things up. I do have to ask a very important question before we get to some kind of outros. Tell me a little bit about your portal gun.
Oh, yes. So that is my, prize and joy. I didn't make it or anything, but I was a huge Portal fan in college, and ThinkGeek came out with a working portal gun. Of course, it doesn't really make portals.
Oh.
But it does light up. It does make sound effects of the 2 different colored portals. I probably don't have batteries in it because I always am afraid of batteries exploding inside of things.
Right. Yep.
So I only put them in when I'm going to use it. But it does glow orange and blue and make the different sound effects that those 2 different portals make.
Nice.
And these are movable as well. These parts.
Nice.
So.
I love that you're really into the shooters and you're into the RPGs, and they're like there's not a lot of overlap between the 2 of them, but it works.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
One of these days I have to cosplay so that I can have a reason to carry the portal gun around on an anime con or a Comic Con.
I love it. Well, and honestly, actually, I was gonna say, if there's any overlap in terms of RPG shooters that I can think of, a good one would be Portal, actually, because even though it's not necessarily RPG in terms of stats boosting and stuff like that, you're leveling up your knowledge about how the portals work and new items to use, and there's a strong narrative and all that stuff. So Yeah,
I
very
really
cool.
like the humor in that game.
Oh, it's so good.
Especially like Portal 2 was just hilarious in most parts of the game. So
Right, right.
it's always great to have some sarcasm in a game or like a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gladys is amazing. Welcome
Yeah,
on
Gladys
in,
is
Trullian,
great.
by the way. Good to have you in here, Trullian. So okay, well let's go ahead and do some outros then. So where can people find you, and what would you like them to know about you?
You can find us on Twitch, on Instagram, and on Twitter. Also, I think just knowing that we are just two people working on our games, so if you are interested in a game that we're developing, know it'll take a long time because there's only two of us.
Yeah.
But you can always see our progress, and we love sharing what we're doing and how we're doing it. As you saw, as Mana went through our Twitter, of like, we love to share and discuss with people on exactly how we're doing our stuff, so that it's also a learning environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So definitely check out Rage Paint Games. Definitely check out TotalSketch and Maui on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. I've got the little banner above them that is showing that information for you. And this was just so much fun. So thank you so much for coming, joining us today. Thank you to everyone who showed up and asked questions. It was awesome to get to tour your Jurassic Park Island. It was incredible. It's so well done. And then getting to see your game design is just a whole other level. I absolutely loved this. A great episode of Isle Mana Live on tour, I think it was. So thanks for joining me and making this a special 4th episode. And I think we're just going to say goodbye. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Do good, be well, stay safe and healthy. Let's all wave bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for coming.